A word for our listeners. Season 2 of Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It's not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerds Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our investigators uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring George Chimples, Rob Walker, Phil Durham, Shirley Niedzwiecki, and Justin Kimmett, with Matt Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm here with Phil.
Hello.
And Rob.
I'm having a good time.
And Shirleyna.
Hello.
And joining us for her first adventure tonight, Roxy Thompson.
Hello, hello.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
He didn't mess up my name this week.
Clap, clap.
He messed up mine, though. That's weird.
Oh, my gosh, guys.
You know.
All right, so last time we left our occultists. I don't know what you guys are. Our spies. You guys were in
less than stellar spies,
right? You guys were in Egypt, fleeing a archaeological site. Does that sound correct to you guys?
Yes.
Right.
Rob, yeah.
Yes.
You remember this?
No.
You put a gun to your own head.
Oh, I did.
You held yourself hostage.
I did. It worked.
You did. It worked.
We are actually going to skip forward a little bit and just ignore you guys leaving because we don't really need to get deep into that. You guys made it back to...
Do I get to heal in that process?
Yes. Yes, Rob, you can heal. You're going to have 2 weeks on the ship.
Okay.
So you can roll a D3 twice.
For each one?
Per wound.
Oh, good.
Now, before you do that, would you like to roll luck to see if there's a doctor on the boat?
Yeah, I would love to roll luck to see if there's a doctor.
What if there's a penalty to rolling luck, though?
Is there a penalty to rolling luck?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
I'm pretty hurt, too.
Well, I mean, if I critically fail it.
Why are you guys hurt?
That's fine. He's going to roll luck for both of you.
Okay. Ah.
11 under 50.
Okay, so you did find a
Yes.
doctor, so you'll get to roll 2d3 for each wound.
Cool.
As a reminder, and I know I haven't been tracking this with you guys very clearly, you do want to track each wound individually. I am kind of giving you a heads up there, Roxy, as well. For each wound you take, you want to track those individually. Just to note that, because as you heal them, they'll heal individually. So you get shot and you get stabbed. They're not the same, wound. You can heal one and not the other, or both, and that's kind of important.
One question. When
Sure.
you say roll a D3, are you rolling a D6 and dividing by 2? Is that how you're doing it?
That's
that's what I'm doing.
Phil had a D3. No?
Well, I'm not cool
Oh.
like Phil.
What's half of 7?
I've seen-
4?
Half of 7? What do you
Yeah.
mean half of 7?
If it's a D3 and I get a 7.
How did you roll a D6 and get 7?
It was a special die.
Okay.
So you're going to roll
So-
each dice separately. So what did you roll on each dice?
Looks like a
6?
six and
I've
a
got a 6 and a 1.
So that's a 3 and a 1.
Aren't you glad that
But
you
you
joined
said
us, Roxy?
twice.
How many wounds do you have?
You said
So
You're not.
I was
Yeah,
at-
because you get 2 weeks worth of healing.
a 5 and a 6 is 3.
right.
A 3 and a 4 is 2.
Mhm.
And a 1 and a 2 is 1.
So now you're going to roll it again for the twice part.
And then you do that.
Because you're going to have 2 weeks to heal.
Right, so you don't add them up and divide by 2.
So what is this?
4.
1 and 4.
I rolled like a freaking beast.
That's fine. It's not like I can't kill you later.
I'll die so fast.
So that's a
Especially
3.
when Phil and I get into our shenanigans.
And you'll get to roll another D6.
And
or
that's a
another
3?
Yeah, that's 3. Sure. Are you healed up then? Completely?
Completely.
Okay, good. Were you even hurt?
I was not even hurt.
Oh, that's
Bastard.
And that's a 2.
Hey, when you know how to fight, you know how to not get hurt.
Actually, Phil's dodge is kind of ridiculous.
I did put some points in.
FYI, there's no dodge in 7th edition.
Yeah.
So
there's
that's something to
you
keep in
can
mind.
push your luck.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff in 7th edition that's way
It's
better.
crazy.
We'll get into that.
I don't know if that's better.
So you guys got back to Cairo, took a boat. You are told on the boat that you have been radioed to report to a part of France where they will take you to a forward military command near the border of Germany. Yes.
France is or unoccupied right now.
Unoccupied.
Thank you.
The Germans have yet to do anything other than blow up a couple of British ships, and then the British blew up a lot of German ships. That is how the war is going so far. So, you are told that you are being ordered to this point, which is this is a first thing for you guys. As we've discussed in the past, you've kind of been given leeway on what missions you choose to take and not. This time, you are given orders, which is, I mean, Rob, your character's used to orders. It's not that big of a deal. Phil, you're used to orders, but just not in this situation. Shirley,
So the mission is to go to a port, go across France to a location.
to a forward command, so to a military command.
Okay.
That's what you're given. I assume you take those orders and follow them.
Are we given if I'm getting too pedantic, are we given a name of someone that we're supposed to be seeing at this?
Yes, you'll be meeting with Major Sitwell. Major Charles Sitwell.
All right.
He is
Known to sit well.
yes, he is known to sit well.
Does that sit well with you?
Yeah, he is British Army.
Okay.
No, that was a good question. I wasn't pedantic. So are you guys following these orders?
Yes.
For
I
the
am.
time being.
So you
There's
guys
not a lot of sand in France, is there?
zero sand. Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
the
the
beaches,
beach.
but-
Yeah, all them beaches.
It's
But
hard
we're on a port where I can avoid the sand.
Yeah, and beaches be crazy.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
also true, but I'm also recalling
Boo.
that in our last episode, my character has a strong aversion.
Yes,
To
The
sand.
sand.
aversion would be a good way to put that. Yeah.
I don't think I got any of those.
No, not yet. Yet
No.
being the key word.
I have other problems to deal with.
Yeah.
You had a Wilkerson inside you, and that was your own special problem.
Rob, can you roll knowledge for me?
I got it.
You got it? Okay, excellent. So you know that the area they're sending you is behind the Maginot Line, but if they're following the plans they're supposed to be following that you are aware of, this is where the British Expeditionary Force will move quickly forward, hypothetically, quickly forward, to the border of Belgium and the Netherlands to stop the Nazi incursion, if it happens, when it happens.
Okay.
So this is just a temporary base, so you would expect tents and such, and probably not trenches or anything.
Gotcha.
It takes you 2 weeks on the boat, and then another day and a half by train and car, or not car, truck, because they put you in troop transports to get out to the military base, where you are directed to the command tent. When you get there, there is a colonel that greets you. Colonel Smith. And he says, I was told you were coming. I've been told that Major Sitwell is in charge of your mission, and I'm to leave you to it. So if you need anything, any of my officers here will be happy to take care of you, but otherwise Major Sitwell will have all of your information.
So we requisition any munitions from you as we team after.
Yeah, one of
Sitwell?
my quartermasters will be happy to help you out with anything that you need.
Very well.
So, Major, Shirley or Roxy, you're playing the Major.
Mhm. Yes.
Do you have a vision in your mind for what Major Sitwell looks like?
Probably. Let's just go with my inspiration or your inspiration, and let's just do a late 30s Damian Lewis.
Okay. Damian Lewis. What else is Damian Lewis in? He's the
Really,
he's
Homeland?
the ginger. Yeah. That's all right. They're looking it up. They got this. In the tent after the colonel leaves.
So I'm sorry to
Yes.
be clear.
Yes.
Major Sitwell is male.
Yes,
Okay.
Major Sitwell
Yes.
is male. Roxy is
Okay, I gotcha.
playing a male. Very British, kind of skinny-ish. not like he's underfed, but
Oh, that
very
guy?
like British proper, and he's in full fatigues. Like he's prepared to
Hey,
go
how
out into
you
the
doing?
field, not in like dress uniform.
I'm
The
doing very well, thank you.
The colonel was
got
in
no
dress was in appropriate dress uniform.
Okay.
So, Major Sitwell, do you want to tell him what's going on?
Yes, I have. Hello, my name is Major Charles Sitwell, and I know very little about you, but I have been given a recording that we are to listen to. If you would join me in doing that.
We were supposed to come and steal a piece of the artifact. Even Niedzwiecki did. We knew the Meiser house would be an easy place to land and hide. I was part of 2 5-man squads that were sent on mission. We were commanded by Obersturmführer. Dankeschön. We were to head from Meiser house through the countryside, but only at night. The target was a small town. It had intelligence office and research facility. We were told that there was some sort of equipment there we would need. I don't know the name of town. One of the other men knew how to navigate us. I'm only a soldier. We headed west and south for a couple nights on foot. Once we got closer, we were all told that looking for an artifact that was dug up in Rome. Something that the higher-ups at Stutzstaffel wanted that had been taken by British agents from Rome. Once we took the item, we were to head back to Meiser house and roll the boats back out to sea, where we would be picked up by one of the U-boats. They are probably waiting for us now. The Obersturmführer said something about reuniting the artifact with another. He said we would be meeting a train outside Bremen, and American professor would be there and know what to do with the artifact. That is all I know, I swear. I do not know any more information about the mission. Bauman knew everything and only gave us.
The recording cuts off. I need military doctrine rolls from anybody that has it. If you don't have it and you are a military character, you can roll knowledge instead if you don't have it trained at all.
So I'm penalized because I have it?
Yeah, a little bit. That's pretty good.
It's not... 20 is still above my 10.
Oh.
That's all right. 94 is way above my 15. So,
Did you get that,
Ew.
Roxy?
Yeah, 84 is above my 75. So.
So a couple of things you guys do know. He mentioned the Stutzstaffel. That's the SS. That's pretty clear. You're not familiar with the rank of Obersturmführer, but it is probably an SS rank. You do know that the SS holds separate ranks than the normal German army. To give you guys an idea, just assume you guys rolled an idea roll between the four of you, or between the three of you. You know that what was dug up in Rome would be what you guys grabbed, and this was probably a research facility where they were being held. So
I'm sorry. they were being held?
The artifacts. So you,
Okay.
well, the artifact singular because you only have that one. You just sent the second one back.
Yeah.
It would have been transferred the rest of the way when you guys landed in France.
So we recovered one
You recovered two.
in Rome and
One in Rome. Yeah.
and one in Egypt.
That's correct.
So are you referring to the one that was
Covered in Rome.
they were trying to? So they're trying to get that.
Yes. And clearly have been stopped.
Okay. Gotcha. This is in reference to the one that was presumably taken. Or no, you said that was not related near Monaco. That was totally unrelated.
Yeah, that was totally unrelated.
You just really threw me.
Yeah, no, I
off
get
of
it.
that adventure.
Major Sitwell, do you want to tell them the mission parameters?
My understanding is we will be parachuting into Germany near Bremen, and hopefully you will be able to locate and obtain an artifact and confront an American who has joined with the Nazis. And then I will escort you back to an extraction point where we will get back to England. In addition to you, I will be taking a platoon of 40 men, and their commanding officer, Lieutenant Archibald Sutherland, who reports to me. But that's all I have right now to work with.
So 40 plus people are parachuting into Germany?
Right?
Okay.
During this time, Germany is being bombed by England. Germany is also bombing England, so I mean it's back and forth. But this would be not that big of a deal, especially at night.
None of us know how to parachute.
Are we getting trained
Matt,
in
as the
parachuting?
storyteller, is going to hand wave that and say that you guys can parachute well. I'm not going to make you guys roll parachute. That's silly.
Okay. I just wanted
I think
to...
we should
No,
go
no.
through training.
Okay, so we have listened to a recording
Mhm.
of a German operative
Mhm.
being interrogated by presumably a British
Yes.
intelligence person.
It was clearly an alien. Did you not hear the voice?
I did hear the garbled voice and thought that was
Right.
a little...
I don't know if that fits the time very well.
Listen.
Could they do that?
Listen. It was clearly a man in black. He wasn't an alien.
He's the one that's stopping the aliens.
Right,
I remember
right.
seeing that with Will Smith.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I missed this in the tape recording. How do we know to go to Bremen? That's where this person was supposed to be going?
Yeah. They were going to take the artifact they stole to this professor in Bremen.
Okay.
The train will be going through Bremen.
Some American professor.
Yeah.
Can't imagine who that is.
No.
I assume you're all
Well-
picking up on who that is, right? Or at least the two of you.
As you might have read files about this person?
You would have read files about the
Yeah.
professor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who we're talking about, right, Shirley?
Wilkerson.
No. William Thomas. Rob's last
The,
character.
the traitor.
Oh.
I hope he gets to kill
great.
someone. Come on, Billy. I didn't give you away for no reason.
So I put that together in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So when can we leave?
The intent is to have you leave tonight. You are on. If you didn't catch it, you're on a timeline. Once the boat gets to a certain, or the U-boat gets to a certain point, if they're going to go straight to Germany, like there's a timeline already in place for what the Germans were supposed to be doing. Now that that's been disrupted, by the time you got here, there has been very little time for you to catch up.
Major Sitwell, the recording mentions 2 5-man teams. Have we accounted for all of these people?
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Excellent. All right, well then, what time is it now?
It's probably midday. You have enough time to order any kind of munitions you need, but again, you're parachuting, so that you're going to be limited.
I tend to only carry 2 clips anyways.
Right.
So, no, actually, I have 2 guns, not 2 clips. Okay.
You also have 2 knives.
I do have 2 R2D2 knives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Silence. They have a lot of 7 though.
Is that better?
No, that's bad.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I do have a lot of 7.
Yeah.
Damn, that damn R2D2 knife.
So, do you want us to track ammunition on this?
We will be tracking ammunition on this. Now, that doesn't mean that once you kill a couple of Germans, you can't pick up their guns, and then we'll talk about ammunition at that point.
Right.
But yeah, you will be
I would say a couple of clips is not an issue. It's more that, like, if you're using a machine gun, you're not going to be able to carry more than maybe a couple of magazines.
Yeah, I don't have a machine gun.
Are you using a Webley?
Yeah.
Yeah, Webley's is actually a revolver, so you'll be able to carry a couple of quick loads of that easily. Probably more than a couple if you wanted to. But you also have a rifle, don't you?
No, I didn't train up on rifle.
Okay.
I'm sure I have some from
right
being Army, but
I have 2 Beretta M34s.
It holds 8 shots. So
you will, of course, parachute down with the guns out, firing the whole time, right?
I have to be spinning in the right. That's the only way it works.
Yeah. When you get stuck in the tree and you're just spinning slowly, you're just pop,
nonstop. It doesn't matter if I see anything. It's just gonna unload all the clips I have.
I can have it loaded in like 40 other.
Yeah, that should be. What's your regular load on that? Is 6?
8.
8? Yeah, that should be fine.
Did you give me ammunition, Matt, or?
We're gonna say that what you have a pistol. Man, I have this on my thing.
I have a Webley and a Thompson.
So Webley
and
you can carry
Mark III.
Webley you can carry 40 bullets for. I'm gonna get over to your character sheet. There we go. And I'm gonna look at it. Here we go. It's gonna take time loading. There we go. Oh, I forgot. It won't let me look at it.
40 in addition to the 6 already in it.
No,
or including.
It's actually You said it's 8 in the Webley?
The Webley Foster automatic revolver. That's what I have.
Oh, you have a different.
No,
Webley.
mine is just a Webley.
Yeah. You'll have. I'd say you can have 30 plus the 6 in it.
Okay.
It actually takes I think a regular ammunition.
Yeah,
like
actually, yours is a semi-automatic, so you'll have clips, not.
I think I looked it up. I think it actually is a revolver.
Is it? Okay,
I think I looked
sure.
it up. Yeah.
And what were the other 2 guns? You have a Lee Enfield.
Yeah, Mark III.
And you should carry 3 clips of that. And what was the other thing you have?
A Thompson.
You'll be able to carry 2 magazines for that.
Okay.
2 magazines of 20 each.
So we're going into Bremen, and then we're going on a train to meet him.
The
or we're
train.
meeting him?
He will be on the train. You'll be getting onto the train. Hopefully, hypothetically, assuming you guys don't bungle this up completely.
Which we do.
So a lot of close combat, presumably type situations.
That's why I've got the R2D2 knife.
Yes, I think I'm just gonna stick with. Can I have a second knife?
Yeah, sure. You can have 2 knives. Dos knivos.
All right, then I think I'm probably equipped.
Okay. Shirley, any thoughts?
I have a shotgun, a pistol, and a 32 revolver.
You shouldn't need both the pistol and the revolver, unless you're again going to be firing them while you're parachuting down, 1 in each hand.
Okay.
I'd say you can probably carry 30 shells for the shotgun.
Okay.
If you want to change that between slugs and buckshot, you have 20 total.
Okay.
Or 30 total. Did I say 30 or 20?
You said 30.
30 total.
So 15 and 15.
It's up to you how you want to divide that up.
I'm just going to go 10 buckshot.
I would just write it down. Make sure you have that noted. And then what kind of pistol do you have?
It just says pistol.
That's right. How many does it have in a clip?
6.
So you'll have 30 shots for that, plus what's in the clip, or what's in the gun. That's the same gun that George has, so he wrote it down. Because he went and bought her one.
Yeah, that's right. How many shots can I have? So I want both my Berettas.
You'll have 30 total, plus what's in the guns.
Okay, so 44.
Sure.
46. 1 in the chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now that we've accounted for ammo, the parachuting, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to roll luck more to see how bad you guys scatter. Not yet. Not yet. Relax.
My dice is getting cold, man.
Anything else you guys want before you go?
Salt.
They provide you with plenty of salt.
Thank you.
Is there any occult knowledge that I would have that I would think I would need to bring any, herbs or salt or?
You should have enough to make one of our dream potions.
Oh, yeah, the stuff to make a dream potion.
Do you want to make a dream potion?
Yeah, I'll make that before we
Can you
leave.
roll luck for me?
How long do those last?
It'll last sort of indefinitely until I decide it doesn't last any longer. What'd you get?
93.
13.
93. You cannot get a hold of the lotus flower you need.
Okay.
You might be able to make it with stuff that's on hand, but that it may or may not work.
Yeah.
We could see. Anything else you guys need? Major Sitwell?
I don't think so.
We're
I think I'm good. I'm trusting in the almighty creator of my character to have.
Yeah.
That's such a bad idea.
It probably is.
I mean,
Probably is.
Rob made his character, and he can't trust that.
So this is a
I
question
mean,
for the
I am
keeper.
third string. Second string was my husband, and he balked. So
Flask of whiskey.
Sure. What was your question, Phil?
So the men are going to be led by this lieutenant,
Now scotch.
and then the major is coming with us in whatever we're doing.
Yeah. So essentially, the
Yeah.
major is in charge of everything.
Yes.
As you know, military doctrine, the major is in charge of everything. But basically, by the major saying that the lieutenant is leading the men, it's to keep the three of you from giving the men orders.
So amongst us, I guess you three or four of us, who's in charge?
Of the three of you, you're in charge. This is military behind the scenes. From what you're gathering, there's nothing expressly said, but the major's in charge.
I want to
Okay,
take some
so
laudanum.
You guys will
So I
actually
listen to her until I don't want to listen to her anymore.
exactly.
Or him,
You'll be
sorry.
outfitted with morphine. If you guys need first aid packs, I would assume you're all grabbing a first aid pack.
Or two.
Yeah, like all the men will have them as well. So
We'll just kill them and take their first aid pack. Got it.
that
Yeah.
sounds like a thing that
We
I mean,
would do.
these are your allies, Astor.
Did you just
No,
say that
we-
women do?
That
We-
we would do.
Oh.
We kill the Nazis, then we take their first aid kits.
Yeah,
If
We
they've
don't
got a first
often
aid kit and I
Nazi
want it, I'm
know.
going to kill them all. I don't care.
their first aid kits comes with sausages.
If it's not a
Vienna.
full George, then I'm really not committed to their first aid kit.
I just realized how much inside joking we do in this that Roxy's getting zero of.
hey, you know that's
if she would
that's
have
my
gone
life.
back and listened to the other episodes, she'd have been on
She's
it.
working on it. She's a
Okay.
lot farther into it than you are.
I don't do that. Why would I do that? It ruins the story.
Well, and
Right?
and you're not current, right?
Who, me?
So
Yeah, not
even
quite.
if I'd listened to the one that released today, I'd still be God knows
Oh.
how far behind.
Oh, the full George came probably 3 or 4 months ago. Full George is
It may have been in the cut canon, though.
no,
No.
I kept that.
Okay.
You want
And
to
it's
keep
in the
that?
it's in the podcast.
Yeah, the full George is a couple of sausages, some good
Dark chocolate.
sharp cheese,
Ooh.
dark chocolate,
And blueberries.
blueberries. That's
Yeah.
that's a full
Because
George.
it's antioxidants.
Yeah,
Because
you
he hates
need
those
those
damn
antioxidants.
oxidants.
You
Yeah.
need those antioxidants.
Damn.
Miss George.
We miss you, George.
Anything else you guys want to do? There is a priest around. You're at a French military base.
The Catholic priest.
Yeah.
That's the primary religion there.
I will. I'll definitely go and
Oh,
do my confession.
I'll
'cause
write letters. I'm gonna write letters to my uncle, and I'm going to write letters to Evelyn or Evie.
Okay. Let's do that real quick then. What are you putting in the letter to your uncle?
Just letting him know how far we've gotten, the things that we've
Ooh,
seen.
how much information are you putting in there?
I mean, he knows he was part of the team.
So you're not holding anything back.
Should I?
You're a spy. I just want to really reiterate this because we had a whole entire night with Jesse where he didn't really catch on to this idea.
And that's how he ended up in
And-
an insane asylum in America.
I swear I will kill your character. I almost killed his.
Are you going to be a little circumspect about the information you're giving?
Vacation is going wonderful, Uncle.
We saw the pyramids and such.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it like that.
Okay, that's fine. And what about you said to Miss McCree? We're not gonna-
Evelyn's on the payroll.
You're Evelyn.
So
It's more about it
Yeah.
being
Evie.
intercepted.
McCree.
Yeah, it's not about them. It's about who could grab hold of it.
So let's say we made up some code stuff because
Sure,
I did
that's
work
fine
with
too.
her a long time.
That's fine too. Excellent.
They use
You start off with.
I do have one
"Hello?"
they use
Sure.
cootie catchers.
Yes.
I know who Evelyn is, but which ones are which ones? Which are the other two?
Rob is playing Astor,
Okay.
and Phil is playing Brian.
Okay. Cool.
I should have put that in there. That's information that would have been helpful.
She'd have got it.
So you're going to find the priest,
Yes.
Brian. What? Tell me, like, you're gonna confess?
Yes.
Excellent. What are you confessing?
Impure thoughts.
Sure.
Did I kill
You
any?
were really into Nalani, weren't you? Yeah, you guys murdered some people at that dig site.
Oh, the dig. I
Dude.
tried to. Oh, I did. Well, I wounded them.
Even if
In the
you didn't
standoff.
kill them,
You had intent.
you had
Yeah.
full
Oh, yeah.
intent.
So definitely that.
Okay.
Dude, we've done some bad things lately. We've not been good people.
Says the
Before
person
we-
who held himself hostage.
Yeah.
It was only a little hostage.
So before we went to Egypt,
2 episodes.
we were in. We went back from Monaco to Britain, so I would have been able to confess then. So it's really kind of probably between then and here. I haven't kept the Sabbath holy. I'm probably guessing.
Right. No. Yeah.
You know.
Well, you're a soldier. I mean, like, as much as he's going to give you penance for that, like, that is not.
Yeah,
that's
no,
not
I mean, like, I'm
unexpected.
not expecting like him to come around real hard, but it's just like these are things I did. I know
You're going to
they're wrong.
mention the, traveling to another religion's underworld?
Does Brian believe it's another religion's underworld?
Good question.
If nothing else, it's at least, I would say, from your experience, a reflection of another religion's belief of their underworld. At the bare minimum. I would say that you're knowledgeable enough, and from what you heard Evelyn talk about, that is exactly what they expected. So it's at least bare minimum a reflection.
I don't know if I would confess to that. I may. We've got the afternoon.
Yeah.
I may want to have a discussion with him about my experience.
Okay. Did we up skills after the last time?
No, we're due.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that between for this episode and the next one. Everybody should roll a d3 though.
Okay.
You're gonna lose that from your No, I'm kidding. Except for you, Roxy. I'm sorry. You'll gain that back on sanity, as you did successfully
yay.
stop the Nazis. You may have murdered them to do it, but whatever.
Isn't that even better?
You have to take like a long rest somewhere to get sanity back, don't you?
And
For a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Brian, this is like your 10th confession, right? I mean, regular confession.
At
You've been
least,
doing it
sure.
a lot.
Yeah.
Roll, let's say 5 times your POW. So now 45.
No.
Okay. Roll another D3. You'll gain that back as well.
What? Just because he goes to confession?
He is unburdening himself of the horrors of war. That actually does help you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
No, you're
I'm fueled off of it, not
sure. No,
yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Rooting yourself back in reality helps your sanity.
All right. What ifs?
Hey, Carlos came to
Yeah.
church with me.
Ah, you
Sometimes I
rolled
got
his
confused by
eyes,
it. But
All right. So, the rest of the afternoon, Astor, are you doing anything specific?
Sharpening my R2D2
Are you
knife.
gonna?
I am going to parachute training.
There is no parachute training is a 6-week course. You're going to parachute training?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
So,
It
didn't
was
you just do
nice.
the VR version of
are
it?
you driving home and I'm catching a ride? Like, how are we doing this?
I don't even know what that means.
Like, essentially, you're taking your character out of play for 6 weeks.
No, they're going to condense it down into one day.
Don't
that
die.
doesn't work that well.
No. Don't die. Done.
Pull the cord. Count to whatever. Pull the cord.
They do take you through some basic parachute training.
Mm-hmm.
Astor, are you going to avoid French officers or interact with them?
It'd probably be avoidance,
Okay.
considering. I mean, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't have the best of history with them.
Can you roll luck for me?
Sure. 61 over 50.
Okay. Wow, you were doing great.
I've had a good roll and then a bunch of bad rolls. This is my normal night.
You run into a couple of guys that you're familiar with. You find it pretty easy to not talk to them, but you do see that there are Like this is the majority of the French army sitting here. Like if they're not sitting on the Maginot Line, they're here.
Where would I recognize them from? From standard work or from?
Yeah, from standard work.
Okay.
Like these are officers that you have seen somewhere or another. Maybe pushing papers at a desk. And now they're in the field, or something along those lines.
Okay, so I see that we are mobilized here.
Oh, very mobilized. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and talk about your drop or your parachuting. So they put you in essentially a tube with wings. It is not your normal plane. I think, Rob, you've probably flown in a plane or two like this, where it's bare bones. You're lucky if you have seats against the wall. It's more or less just like a piece of wood that's sticking out of the wall.
Balls of glider.
Yeah, it is loud as crap.
Yep. No insulation.
The engines are loud. It's cold because you guys go up, but you end up launching behind the RAF, so that the RAF, it looks like you're just another bomber. About I'd say 40 minutes into your flight, the flight officer, the one that's telling you you were told is going to tell you when to drop, motions for you all to stand. It's very loud, and then he opens the door and then starts motioning, and Major Sitwell goes out first, followed by the lieutenant, and then all of the men start going out. You are kind of cramped in there with 40 guys, but it's doable. As you guys go out, your chute auto pulls. The other the guys
you snag it on the line.
yeah, the
as you
men
go out.
have done the same thing. Like you are dropping, it is pitch black. It's probably 2 a.m. You guys probably did catch a quick nap here or there.
There's no glow sticks or anything.
No.
No, you don't want glow sticks. Glow sticks mean that you're going to get hit with flak.
Yep.
And flak is like a shotgun into the air. So I need you all to roll luck.
Negative.
Rat bastard.
Yes.
Did you get it, Roxy?
Thank you, Jesus.
No, I did not.
Oh, good.
I did.
So the lieutenant, who you guys have met, his name is Sutherland. Sutherland and a group of about 10 guys land in a pretty decent close circle. Shirley, you land with them.
Right, because
Or-
I
or
was
not-
paying
and not
attention
quite-
to the class.
Not quite with them, but like not so far away that it's a problem.
Right.
However, you are not aware of where anyone else went. There's it's surprisingly disorienting dropping through the air, even in a parachute.
Especially for someone that doesn't do this.
The 3 of you that failed luck, can you roll luck for me again?
Ew.
Damn it. Passed this time.
Dang.
It's another one of those nights.
All
You
3
guys
of
and
you
your
failed.
Dice.
No, I
I
passed.
rolled the exact
Oh.
same thing.
The 2 of you that failed, go ahead and roll a d3 for me.
Oop. You got
don't have to
stuck
roll
on a
this.
bridge. Tree.
Cool.
Tree. I meant tree.
You'll take that much damage.
Cool.
The drop is heavy and rough. You guys find yourselves in some trees, or you can get even if you got snagged, you can get yourself down pretty quick. You didn't die from this, which that happens. But you are scattered. Can I get a navigate roll? And you guys are probably not skilled at this. From the 3 people that are not with the rest of the group, can I get a navigate roll from the 3 of you?
No.
Negative.
Negative.
Roxy?
I'm getting there. Hey,
Oh.
I did that one.
Okay. Roxy, you realize you're probably half mile away from where you're supposed to drop.
Dang.
And that the rest of your group is from your gathering of what's going on around what you saw as you came down. Your men are probably scattered about a half mile farther away and between you and where you're supposed to be. So
Okay.
you've got about a mile of ground that men are kind of scattered across.
Are we
Alrighty.
garbed in fatigues?
Everybody's garbed in fatigue.
That's what I'm-
Yeah, I'm sorry. And as a reminder, if you're behind enemy lines and you're not garbed in military uniform, you are spies and you can be shot on. You'll be executed on sight. At least with military, at least being part of the military, you should be able to, be arrested or be taken and put into camps and not just killed, hypothetically.
No, we know that works.
Yeah, totally. All right. So, Shirley,
Yes. I'm with a group of people that I don't know.
Oh no, you landed correctly. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Rob. You failed all of your.
Yeah, I'm
checks.
so good at failing them.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
Okay, so you know the direction you're supposed to be headed.
Okay.
You can't tell where you're at in regards to that. You just know you're not where you're supposed to be.
Gotcha.
You would guess that you were probably not past it because it was supposed to be like we all land and then meet at this point that's farther.
Yeah.
So you've got some distance to trek. Same thing with you, Phil. Roll a d10 for me. I'm not going to put you at the same. You're just going to choose 7 and
But
be right there.
he succeeded at the second one.
Did he?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I failed my navigate, but I didn't
you
get hurt.
Get hurt. That was the
Oh.
thing. Yeah. So you guys have about an hour of like trekking through the German countryside.
Where was our meeting point?
There is a small burned out barn that used to be used by some local farmers, but they were Jewish, and so you were aware of this area, and that was a pretty abandoned area that could be used to meet, and it's going to be covered from.
Is it possible from where I landed and what I know where I landed, which could be
Right.
which would be very limited, I imagine, but just gonna throw it out there that I think I can catch the train at a earlier position than where we're all gonna meet up and then go to, or
No. The
No.
train won't be coming through for another day or two. It's your expectation to make it to Bremen and then look at what's going on there before you make a hasty decision.
But I can.
I mean, if you really want to go by yourself, are you sure you want to go alone, Phil?
I've heard that question before.
Yeah.
No. If there's not like a train station where I think I can catch it earlier, then I'll go meet up with the group.
So you guys spend a couple hours catching up. Major Sitwell is the first to arrive, and then Rob. By the time your character gets there, you see the barn. You start heading towards it, and you hear above you in a tree like a quiet whistle. And you look up and you see one of the guys just kind of not saluting, but like,
Go ahead.
yeah, making sure that you know that he's there, but that you're good to go through.
So I don't run and pop
Yeah.
him in the face. Gotcha.
And Phil, same thing about you're not too far behind him. You get there. The barn is not lit. There's no fires, no nothing. Just
As expected.
they're following proper protocol.
What month is this?
Coldness.
This is April. It's not.
So I'm freezing. Great.
Well, Shirley would be freezing. Most normal people would be okay.
Evelyn is freezing.
Yeah, you come from hardy German stock.
Yeah, you should be fine.
So you meet in.
Is Evelyn like making a big point that she's cold, or are you just making that note?
I
for
was just
random-
wondering if she would be cold. That's
It-
why I
it's
asked.
chilly. It's not cold. So yes, freezing.
So I get my fur coat out of my rucksack.
No.
She's trying to figure out which of the men she wants to bunk up with.
Yeah.
The general,
Major.
colonel, major
Major.
guy.
Wow.
How many
gosh.
different ranks?
You
do
got-
What's your
you
military
got,
doctrine at? I think you should take some
No, I
points off of
don't.
there.
You got a promotion and then a demotion. Good job, Roxy. You're doing great.
Nice.
So you guys get into the barn. All the men are there. The lieutenant comes up and approaches the major and the three of you once you're all there. And he says, all of my men are accounted for. I've got a couple of sprained ankles. Shouldn't be anything that slows us down too much. Given how far we were kind of dispersed, I'd say we waited out here through the day and go first thing at dark tomorrow. Should put us in Bremen on target, but we may lose just a little bit of time that we could have used to study the train station.
Works for me.
Major thoughts?
So he just
No, I'm good. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
he waits there.
Yeah, it
Okay.
just says is that you can he's waiting for your answer. You can send him away if you'd like.
Well, does the major speak up that she thinks that that's fine quickly, or
Yes, quicker than I did. Yes.
Okay, then I'll wait for him to go away.
Okay. He goes. He like shake his head like he's glad that that's a good idea, and then heads back over to the men, and gets them to start like getting food out and bunking down for like prepping for the night and then starting to set watches and such.
Major, is there a location which perhaps the three of us, and I make it clear that is Evelyn and Astor, could reach in the remainder of this evening? You know, that would put us closer to there that we can then hide out for during the day so that we can get a little bit of a head start.
Very likely, but I do feel the need to say that you are my priority at this point. So I don't believe I'm not inclined to let you go by yourselves.
Would you be amenable to the four of us then getting a head start so we can have time to scout things out, and then the remainder of the men can follow and not move in as large a group, which would be more noticeable than obviously, and so.
No, I'm fine with that. Lieutenant Archibald is more than capable of dealing with them and keeping them in line if we would like to move forward earlier.
I'll kind of look to the group as I say this. Then I suggest that we get moving as quickly as we can and get as much distance covered as we can before daybreak.
Agreed.
That's fine.
Okay. So you guys are headed out, just the four of you?
Yes.
Yes.
All by yourself, not with the 40? No, it's fine. Roxy, do you have Navigate on your sheet that you're trained in?
Let's see.
It's alphabetical.
It's an alphabetical order.
Yeah. What do you mean trained in?
So there's a base percentage next to the word Navigate.
Okay, so as long as I have that?
Do you have above that?
Yes.
Okay, then roll that.
And yes, 13 under 60.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I made you good at this.
Nice. Order tracker.
Okay, so you have a general idea. You tell the lieutenant what's going on.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So you guys head in the right direction. I need all of you to either make fieldcraft rolls or sneak rolls appropriate to your character. I think, Shirley, you're the only one making sneak.
Oh, I'm making sneak.
You're a military character. You might have it.
I got 78 in
Okay,
sneak
that
and
sneak's fine. Wow.
76 in
Wow.
espionage.
82 over 77.
You're doing great.
Got it.
Shirley?
I'm snake.
I'm a sneaky man.
How do I only have 24?
You're not a sneaky character.
So I have a 95.
Well, it's not double lot.
Roxy, what'd you get?
I got 72 over 65.
I'm the only one that can sneak in this damn group.
I have a 77. I rolled an 82.
That's not my problem. I'm the only one that
Oh,
executed.
oh.
Just like,
I can't
All
navigate.
all those bad rolls earlier. Now you're gonna
This is my
one.
only one.
Remember
for
that part in the
Pete's
night
sake.
where you're just going to turn to everybody else and say, can we just go ahead and kill him? This is it. So you guys, you make it a couple of miles before you kind of stumble upon a farm. There are no lights on yet, but you're getting about the time that by the time you get past the farm, the sun's going to start to rise, and it's going to be pretty obvious with the sun kind of at your front that these people are going to see your silhouettes if they get up that early. But it's a farm, so they probably get up that early. What do you guys want to do?
So you're saying that if we go any further,
We're going to be found.
You're going to be silhouetted by the sun, looking towards the sun, while the people that will be able to see will be behind you, where you probably won't be watching.
Are we still in France?
No, you're
No,
Germany. You're deep in
Yeah,
Germany.
we're deep in Germany.
yeah,
We'll just kill him.
can we?
whoa.
Well, when they find us, then we'll kill. Can we? Is there any place where we can hide here?
You could probably hide here as long as the people don't come, up to this little area and check it out.
All right.
I have
Then
pretty good
suggest
hides,
we
too.
stay here and set watches while we rest during the day.
That works for me.
All right.
So we're decently far ahead of the other people's.
Yeah, you've got at least a couple hours on them. You're going to have a couple extra hours You're about on track for where you should have been by the time you get there. All of you can roll hide.
Fieldcraft?
Go ahead and roll it.
Got it.
Fieldcraft is great. Fieldcraft is great, Roxy, if you've got that.
Yep.
Odd 5.
Yay.
When Shirley is found, we're just going to let her go.
34 over 10.
Oh, I'm going to...
What'd you get, Rob? Did you make it?
Yeah, I made it. 68 under 70.
Roxy, did you make it?
Yep, 51 under 65.
Okay. So you guys buck down, kind of get everything set. Are you taking watches throughout the day, I take it?
Yeah.
Who's going
Yes.
first?
I will.
Okay. And then everybody kind of napping during that time?
Yes.
Yeah,
Rob?
we were up.
You
No,
napping? No, you're not napping?
not a whole lot. Off and on.
Okay. So Ryan, after Brian is done taking his watch, who's after that?
I'll take
I
it.
can go.
And then after
I'll
that,
be last.
well, okay. After that, the major, and then about the time that dark comes around, you'll be last.
Great.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So I need everybody to roll luck. This is your strong stat, Phil. Come on.
I got my usual luck result.
Yay.
I am not a lucky person.
Did you make it? Nope. Okay.
So do we all fail?
Nope.
no,
No.
I
Shirley
passed.
Shirley
Oh, Shirley
passed.
passed.
Oh, then you won't get shot on your shift. You shot on everyone else's.
So Phil, about halfway through yours, you do see people kind of milling about on the farm. A couple of times they gesture up, like what is obviously the father of the family, gestures up in your general direction to his son, maybe?
Yeah.
It's a slight, probably teen child. You can't tell if it's boy or girl from your distance. That child comes in your direction. How long are you going to wait before you do anything?
Who happens to be conscious at this moment?
I'd say Astor is a little conscious. The other two are kind of sleeping.
So, I'll give him a little shake, but I'll be mostly keeping my focus
Right.
on the child. And until I'll have my pistol at the ready, and my knife is already somewhere where I can easily grab it or whatever.
Sure.
But my pistol's in my hand and cocked.
Okay.
And should he at any point make noise as though he's seen us or we lock eyes, then I will take action.
Okay.
What's the terrain like?
Fields?
Mm-hmm.
Fieldy?
Mm-hmm.
Not
So relatively level.
Yeah, relatively. You guys are probably in like a group of trees.
You're
A
gonna
copse of trees.
Copse, yes.
You gonna wake any of us up?
He just
I
did.
shook you.
Shook me. I'm
Yeah.
awake. Okay.
And kind of when I see you're awake, I just kind of point.
I'm gonna kind of indicate that you need to lower your weapon and pull the knife up. And I'm going to do a motion where my hands are kind of flat, and then like a loud sound, or like something big coming off of it.
Kind of roll my eyes. I uncock my pistol and pull out my knife.
Okay.
You're going to shoot off a pistol in the fields. It's going to be loud.
If we kill one of them, we probably have to kill all of them anyways.
I'm
It's
not
a
worried about them. I'm worried about anyone else in the surrounding area.
It's a farm. I don't know how many neighbors there are, but
Yeah, and that's the thing. You don't know how many. They may have another neighbor half a mile away or forever far away.
Our damn luck has indicated that right around the corner on the other side of them damn trees is an entire Nazi battalion.
I did it, didn't I? I gave you a look, but I did it.
You can give me the look. I don't care. I'm just saying. I'm saying metagame and our damn luck.
Okay.
And if we have to roll that crap again, so far it's been going smooth.
Yeah.
So he gets, I'd say, well, you're in Europe, so he gets maybe 50 meters away. That's why you're in Europe. So 50 meters away, and he starts like picking at the ground, and then he picks up a what looks like parts of a sheep carcass. That looks like it's been kind of torn up. It was in such a way that it was. There's a little bit of a rise right where he's at, just outside of the trees. that he is clearly you couldn't see that this carcass was there, but it looks like it's been attacked by some sort of wild dog, a wolf, a coyote.
That happens to professors too.
Yeah. It does, or at least he tells people it does.
As long as he doesn't seem to have seen us, I'm just gonna keep observing him.
Okay. He grabs like the pieces and like kind of pulls them off to the side, and then like pulls up some of the grass around it, and then cuts out the area around it. Like takes out a knife and starts like digging at it, and then puts the sprinkles the grass over it that he pulled out, and then grabs the pieces of the carcass and kind of drags them back towards the house.
You.
Okay.
Roll sanity for me. Actually, you too, Astor.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Failed.
Yeah. You're both a little unnerved. Like nothing good is going to happen here even if you silently kill him. Like the idea of killing an entire family is not sitting well with you. And yes, Astor, I know you're perfectly fine with killing an entire German family. It still doesn't sit well with that deeper part of you that isn't part of you. Damn it. The rest of your watch goes by okay.
And then he's taking over, so I wouldn't have anyone to mention. Okay.
Astor, on your watch, it gets around noon. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, which is part of the way through. You are extremely tired. You've not parachuted before, so that took a little bit out of you. Plus, your ankle's not broken or anything, but it's
uncomfortable.
It's not comfortable, and it's you did walk a couple meters, kilometers. I don't know. It's all metric to me. You did walk a distance to get here. Mm-hmm. You are having trouble staying awake.
Oh, good.
The heat of the day, which isn't super hot, but it is warmer, it's kind of just playing in with the ankle pain, plus you're tired, and you feel your eyes start to droop. But you also know that if you get up and walk around, that's going to make motion in the trees.
Right.
What are you doing?
I got my field pack on my back. I could take a fork and jab it in my leg a little bit.
Whoa!
You could just take
Not
a stick
hard.
and hit your ankle.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hard, but enough to
Adrenaline, get the adrenaline going.
Well, no, to get the pain to keep you up. Find something to poke myself with. I mean, seriously, find something to poke myself with and keep me up.
Okay. All right. So you go through the rest of your watch, kind of jabbing yourself every so often with your.
Probably sitting on an uncomfortable branch on purpose.
Yeah. Shirley, you're
broken but whole.
Yeah.
Fractured.
Oh.
It comes time to wake up the major. You wake him up.
Yeah.
What do you tell him? Are you going to relay the incident with the kid?
Yeah. I'll tell him what happened with the sheep kid and
the sheep kid.
The sheep kid, yeah.
Okay.
Be it was a little weird, but should be fine. So far, everything else has been quiet. No one else has been out this way.
It's not a wolf fishman, I mean.
No, it's not a wolf fishman. No.
And he definitely didn't have plates on his hands. So.
No, yeah, that's totally different. Roxy, you failed your luck check, correct?
I did.
Okay. Your watch goes by pretty well for the first half hour, 45 minutes. By this time, Astor's out. He's been tired enough that he's out. Mm-hmm. He's snoring in French, which I assume involves cheese and wine. Yeah, exactly. Actually, everybody else is out as well. You notice a truck pull up to the front of the farm. It kind of disappears from your side of vision on the other side of the house.
Okay.
It didn't look like a military truck, but there was definitely more than one person in the front of it.
Okay.
about 40 minutes goes by, and the truck kind of pulls around to the back of the house, kind of where you're at, and 6 soldiers get out of the back of it and kind of take up points around the house.
Now we're gonna get to kill.
I need you to roll a spot hidden.
Alrighty.
It's alphabetical.
Yeah, I got 56 under 65.
There you go. They are clearly wearing SS armbands.
Crap.
A couple minutes go by, and you see a man brought out with 3 teenagers and an older, kind of hunched over woman, and they're kind of like brought to the back of the farm, and not herded into the truck, but kind of pushed towards it.
Okay.
Give me another hide check.
Or fieldcraft?
Yes, that'd be great.
Were these farmers not Aryan in appearance?
You couldn't tell.
Too far away.
Yeah. It's hard to pick out facial features like that. I mean...
You can tell, like, hair color and stuff.
Yes, because no Germans have dark hair.
Wow.
Except
aren't
Evelyn.
Aryans blonde?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess technically, yes. They're not... They didn't seem Aryan in appearance.
Okay.
That's a good point. I was overthinking that.
Smartass.
Way overthinking that. I just wanted to be a jerk. Go ahead, Roxy.
Yeah, I didn't make that.
Okay. One of the men that got out of the front is clearly an officer and is not carrying a gun. He kind of pushes what looks to be the father forward, back away from the house, and you hear some yelling in German, but it's kind of too far away for you to really be able to pick out what it is.
Okay.
And it's kind of about that time that one of the men starts to say something, and points towards your direction.
Great.
Yeesh.
Fantastic.
The German officer kind of like waves him away, and kind of pushes the man that the father at of the house kind of to his knees, pulls out his pistol and shoots him in the head.
Oh, crap.
I heard that, so I'm awake.
Actually, all 3 of you need to roll luck.
Jesus Christ.
Is this gonna be like the boat where someone sleeps in
You
it?
don't need to roll luck. Sorry, you had a nervous breakdown this last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I finally made it. It's taken me all damn night.
Oh, jeez.
Did you just
Double aught? Oh.
Oh, damn! It doesn't
I
matter that I
screamed,
made
don't
it.
I?
The gun goes. The shot fires. Major, you notice that Fournier is awake and gripping his knife and like hunkering himself down to try and hide. Meanwhile, Evelyn sits up screaming,
Oh, God.
and Blake wakes up and starts firing his gun. So you're gonna mark off 2 shots
God.
as you
Dang it.
all 3 of you are startled awake. The good news is those 2 shots don't seem to be noticed as the other Germans start shooting the rest of the family.
I knew that was going to happen.
Lovely.
Do I see this?
No, you're still
Please,
pretty startled.
gather yourselves.
Astor,
Please gather
you
yourself.
do see this, and it speaks to a little part of you deep inside. Make a sanity check.
I passed that.
Okay. One of the soldiers that the driver that got out as well reaches up into the back of the truck and walks to the house with some sort of gasoline container. And you know what? That is actually a great place. No. See, this is the part where we stop for a second. That's a great place for us to pause it for this week. As a reminder, we have great podcasts over at nerdsdom.com. Roxy's on some of those. You should check those out. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Oh, I'm a
that will do it for us tonight on the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or find us over on Facebook and Twitter at facebook.com/nerdsdomain and twitter.com/nerdsdomain. You can also check out our site at nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. We want to thank Passion Nerdly for our music. Don't forget, you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain and check out our shirts at TeePublic.